Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a Squirrel Saturday, or at least that's what we're celebrating here on Twitch. And for those of you on YouTube, it actually is. We've got Eldain's traps here. We're going to walk you through how this works, how Eldain works, and just pray that we get the draws. Lately, I really haven't been worried as much about consistency. I've worried more about value. This deck might burn you in that regard. The draws are key here. But I find if you get any number of these in this package in the 9s to 14 range, it's enough usually to squeeze out a win. Eldain is a tutorable card here. You could swap out Vernwaziel for Yorvith's Gambit if you were really concerned about that. He'd get you out 2 more, but it's a tactic, so you can't tutor it. It's super obnoxious. I've ranted about that before. But I've also done Saber-Tooth Tiger here. You got to be careful not to transform him with Eldain, but he does transform automatically anyway, so it's not so much of a problem. You just also need to be concerned here. The other thing I really like about Saber-Tooth Tiger is you're forcing all the units to a single row with Crushing Trap to get value. So, better synergy. Yorvith is the other replacement you could put here. But I find that he kind of has anti-synergy with Eldain because you're replaying a trap. And so you don't get extra value there. Ibeer I found to be a little bit better. Ibeer is straight dope, to be honest. I mean, you can get like Ibeer with Mahakam Horn. You're playing down a 2-point unit for that extra 1 provision. He does give you 3 options out of the traps you have, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 traps in this deck. If you've watched me before, or you've watched my elf stuff, you know I hate incinerating traps. I think they're lazy and dumb. You do get decent value off of them with Eldain. They do play 5 provisions for 8 points with that, but if you miss Eldain, they're just 5 points. Usually they're not that. Usually they play into some armor. Usually they play into like a 2-point unit. All kinds of stuff they do to just shred your value. But let's just skip through this and show you how the gameplay works. Okay. Slav Squirrel complaining about Mahagam Horn slapping him on ladder. Make sure, like I just said, you can get the extra play there. You can actually play it 3 times. Once with the Yorvith, recall it, play it again with the play it again from your hand, and then once again with our good friend Ibeer. Alright, I do run the Unshade Saber. I do find that it has good value. Gets crazy good value with Feigned Death. We'll put back Eldain. We get Vernwaziel and Feigned Death here. That's like everybody sigh a collective giant sigh of relief. We also get the Vrihid officers together. Dragoon is pretty good here with the Saber-Tooth Tiger. I don't really love Elven Scout here, so I'm just going to put her back. And I don't really need an extra Neophyte, so we'll put that back as well. Alright, just going to start with Saber-Tooth Tiger because it's easy. Also an excellent target for Heatwave. There it is! Now, in the choice between Saber-Tooth Tiger and Feigned Death, I would way rather that hit Saber-Tooth Tiger. I know other people might have a different opinion from me. Okay, this is either a Pitfall or a Crushing Trap. I'm just going to guess it is a Pitfall Trap, and that's why the opponent opted to just place it straight away. I have no idea. I mean, if you're playing Ana, then I guess you're getting value off my ambush, so you're willing to play this straight away. I don't know. We need to keep our Vrihid officers in place. I kind of want to keep my traps. So let's just play Dragoon here. Alright, now it's Crushing Trap, which is super easy to play around. Alright, Pitfall Trap makes most sense to answer the Helga. Procs 1 damage instances. We could actually just pulled it right now and smash the Helga for 6 points of value. That actually might have been a better use there. You can use that spring. Viper Witcher Alchemist gets a little bit of flexibility for the opponent here. I take Kjarn and we get Thirsty Dame. Not the best. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's just pray this Swordmaster stays alive. Otherwise, we're going to have a little bit of difficulty here. No. Alright. Alright, well, there's an easier way to deal with this. Just play Crushing Trap. I would have personally played that defensively onto Helga. Because now you threaten with a 2-point damage. You know I'm playing traps. You don't have a whole lot else going there for you. Angoulême gets you potentially Saber-Tooth Tiger or a random trap. Well, that sucks, but that's fine. Oh, this is just kind of trash against trash against trash. Opponent made a huge misplay here, and I made an even worse misplay. They should have just passed. People get greedy. Go ahead and just boost up one of these. Chairman Wu just joined the conversation and said, "Oh, traps versus traps. Oh wait, it's assimilate versus traps." Eldain is cool value here. Can you use 1 liter chart? Oh. Yeah, I'm going to use 1 liter charge here, and we'll proc this damage against Eldain. She says good damage. Now we're at 5. Eldain comes out. And we'll just pass here. But 7-point lead is pretty good. And the opponents played Angoulême. They've played Anna Henrietta. They've played Eldain. No leader charges from them yet, but otherwise we're in a good spot. And if they pass here, we might actually go hard on the bleed, depending on what we get. Isengrim would shut this up. Oh, the opponent goes deep on the leader charges. Super weird. We get good value off of the Vernal Seal, the melee here. She plays better with Eldain, but I don't want to lose, so. And you do want to count this out. None of these units are 1 or less. There's no armor, so I do get better value out of the melee with the damage unless that happens. So, but she plays for 5, 8, 11 to ranged. And she plays for 5 plus 6, 11 to melee. So, you know. Here's what it is. But they're spawning a bunch of units, so I just kind of wanted to get rid of that. Alright. Thirsty Dame is useless to us. I don't want those. I'm forgetting what they... Oh, they stole Kiaran from us. Which is fine, actually. Let's just go ahead and dry pass here. We'll pray for Eldain and Isengrim. Everything else is kind of meh for us. Let's go to ranged. Put something back into the deck. Seer works decently well with Oniro. Just pray it's not Heat Wave. It's not. Get the Thirsty Dame again. Put her back. We do get Isengrim, so he's play for 6. But rather see a trap. No such luck. Let's go ahead and get this out. We need to get this developed all the way so we can convert it with Eldain and then boost it. Lock's annoying here, but really not a problem. Was likely gonna get... That was our main point generator, so it was gonna get killed otherwise. We'll just get out these Elven Scouts. I don't have any great way of generating damage values, so there's probably not going to be a way to trigger Waylay. Close, but not all the way there. Wish you could use Waylay on your own units. Go ahead and get another one of these out. And we'll just take the damage against Fangs. Probably also would work well against Thirsty Dame, but... Alright, now we need to set up a trap. Malcolm Horn would have been my preference. Serpent Trap should work here. He doesn't have any low value units. The Pitfall Trap might also be really helpful. There is some armor though, so. Master Mirror. You guys see a value off of oh man, the Serpent Trap gets 1 point of value against the Fangs. Okay. Not my best work. I've done better. Looks like they might be missing their Aristocrat here though, so it's not so bad. Killing the Thirsty Dame would be great. Vincent would be pretty brutal here. He'd kill off an Elven Scout, then drop the Fangs, kill off the Deadeye.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Onward, Fryhead! It's worth one more point of value, so yeah, I'm gonna let it play out. A notable do note this: it does not convert face down traps ever. Wow, that was beautiful. That couldn't have gone any better. I mean, we were up by a point, so they had to try it, but totally trash. All right, well there you go. There's one win. Let's see if we can get another one. I can say this actually with good conscience now for those of you who are very competitive, but Heatwave is just not good anymore. Heatwave is just not enough value. Finally, you bring it into like one of these matchups and you're hosed. I do think the biggest knock on this deck is the consistency and just trying to get value from the cards with that lack of consistency. I'm gonna put this scout back. Try to hold the traps actually. Actually hold them this time. You could build in like a pure removal version, but elves honestly aren't that good at removal. They have like a few good tech tools and some low value removal that's good. That are some good options, but it's not fantastic. So, you know, you're usually pretty safe with these sword masters. I like to go for these right hit officers. Just go ahead and boost him up. Then next turn we can double tap with this Swordmaster by pulling on Shade Saber, do 2 damage with the right hit officer here, and get 2 more boost. Could drop down another Swordmaster and do a similar thing. But in order to get value off this scout, you gotta play a trap now, and you know, it's not super great going up against a Bright Officer because four of the 7 points of value comes off of that. Comes off the deploy, which happens before it gets schmorked anyway. So I just proc the damage first. Play it to melee. It's gonna die anyway, so nobody cares. We'll just boost up the other officer. Then you get schmorked by a meaningless trap. I've been told to stop talking so negatively about Scoia'tael after I lost a game against somebody who totally misplayed, but I had some really crappy draws. I could do this all day. Isn't that how it goes? We're kind of done here. I'm just kind of sussing out how hard the opponent wants to go. I might play this Pitfall Trap. Because whatever they play to try to catch back up is going to have to be large value, so... It also plays really well against traps, generally speaking. Crushing Trap would actually be pretty good. I'm almost certainly going to pull on Shade Saber. I should have done it already last turn. Then we would have gotten out Eldain and put this to bed. I'm kind of trying to lead him down a bit of a merry path. At the same time, I get to preserve the Eldain value here, so... No, that's cool. But we have, like, we just need to draw 1 elf, and we have the perfect bleeding combo. Isengrim would be the one thing I'd really like to have. So let's see if we can draw him. Ooh. Kieran's not that helpful against elves, if we're being honest. Alright, I mean, I have everything I want to bleed, so I'd be dumb not to push it. Yeah, it looks like they probably missed their draws, so... Easy peasy. But again, I think you just saw there, it is the danger with this deck. And once again, it is a bit of this rock, paper, scissors. We'll play one more game. for this video. But it's continual rock, paper, scissors in this meta, and I really, really like that. I know some people are really frustrated because their favorite card or their favorite intra-faction synergy combos aren't working. They just forfeited, Chairman Wu. I think they recognized that they weren't going to resist the bleed, and as soon as they saw that I wasn't dry passing, they knew they were hosed. I didn't get out the Eldain, so I still had the tempo value. You know, when you get schmorked, you get schmorked. I actually really like this combo in round one, just for like some trash value plays. I'm not gonna play traps right now anyway. Haha, dude, I keep getting my bondeds. Alright, we're gonna just get out a bunch of elves here. Although I think we might find that it's a bit difficult to keep up with hunger. I really like Unshade Saber because you get that extra proc off the Swordmasters, you get the value with the Isengrim, you get the points with the with our good friend Eldain. So here we're just kind of going for Eldain as quickly as we can. I don't like the damage value off this officer right now. I don't really like locking in Dragolarva because it's not that much value. Plus we get the row movement out of Kiaran, so let's just go for another one of these. Let's play all our neophytes here. Out comes Eldain round 2. So there you go. That's a really good example of why I really like him. Pretty easy, no stress. Everybody else is single elf plays, so we'll just go for the neophyte, then we can commit the Isengrim and get value back onto this neophyte here. I wish there was like I guess boosting all elves is pretty dope for 8 provisions. Like makes Voimir look like a trash child. Alright, so Isengrim does play for good value here, but the opponent's going to play something of tempo, and we have kind of reverse bled them here, so we'll just take the pass. I'm not in a rush to do anything. They want to commit their scenario round 1, you know, they're welcome to do that. Oh, I'm just a boy. Alright, we need Serpent Trap really badly in this matchup. I was really hoping that we wouldn't run into a V deck. But we got 2 wins with the deck already, you know. You shouldn't be able to beat everything. Elves are, so if you're wondering, what are elves good against? Control. Elves are exceptionally good against control. They just have so much broad spread boost. He's useless to us now, so we're just going to put him back. So much boost, so much value out of those. And then these crushing traps are actually kind of mediocre for us here as well. A NECA. Tell you one thing. Actually might have wanted to play Crushing Trap there. Hope not. Just trying to force the grouping onto the Neckers row here. And more value that way. The opponent opting to just trade the Necker. Or unaware of how Saber-Tooth Tiger actually works. We'll go with Crushing Trap here. It's nominal value. Not great, but nominal. Pitfall Trap actually might be useful here, though, first. Yeah, let's start with Pitfall Trap. I also love Sabretooth because he makes you do math, right? Oh, the 7 points are gone. Are they? Oh, that doesn't happen every day. What are the odds of that? Let's go for the Andrega larva here. And I probably need to play Scenario, to be honest with you. It's going to be a struggle to get points otherwise.
Don't dare think you can escape.
Let's commit 1 leader charge. Down Crushing Trap here. We're just starting to get pushed a little bit here. The opponent just keeps playing. Let's get down the Hawkham Horn to the melee. That might just save our bacon. It's just enough points to get us out of this if the opponent opts to pass. Get 7 here and then 8 points from the boost. Nice. Scenario was a tilt. Well, getting bled by V doesn't give you a whole lot of options, so. Kept 1 lock. That's useless. That's useless. Alright, she's a little bit better. Pretty bad. Not great. 2 leader charges means the opponent gets it committed twice. I was really looking for Serpent Trap or Eyebeer. So, kind of sucky. It's not all that inventive, but you gotta stay ahead however you can stay ahead. You know what I mean? Whack whap. Learned that trick playing Hefty Helga against Scoia'tael multiple times. They drop all 3 leader charges, then Vern was able to clear off your Helga. Works quite well. Out comes Willem. Willem the villain. He makes for a great Elias target, though. I don't know. We have 1 more leader charge, so we might be able to hang in this. Eldain just playing for some very simple base value here. Still 3 tutors, man. It's just incredible, and not in a cool way. We're hanging in there all right, though. All right, it's done. No way to consume it. Oh, let's make sure you get value here. It's the first time I've seen a cold V just slap down out in the open. First time in a long time. Perhaps they don't know. Argus only plays for 5 points there. 10, 14 points. Right now, if this is a trash card that's worth nothing. I don't know what your highest card is, but it's not V. Oh. We got close, friends. We actually got close to beating a V deck. But once again, rock, paper, scissors meta. I shouldn't be able... I mean, I played... This is me kind of talking myself up, but I think I played as well as I could have played against a V deck with a deck that just doesn't really have quite the right matchup there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to lie. Losing by 4 points against a V deck with elves feels pretty good. But as you saw before, pretty good against control. I think elves probably have the best matchup against Syndicate right now, actually. You're able to do some damage, kind of annoy some stuff. You get some broad-based spawns. You can bleed them in a certain round and then back off in another round. You get row punish with your crushing traps. You get tall punish against the crimes with Serpent Trap. You can replay the Serpent Trap with the Yorvith if you want to go that route. You can use Saber-Tooth Tiger to smash the 1 units that are sitting alone on a row, Safecrackers, while they try to develop other value with crimes. So I know a lot of people really, really frustrated against crimes right now. This is a deck that could get you there. I think this is probably one of the better matchups. So again, rock, paper, scissors meta. I like it. I know some people who really love their one faction and want that one faction to rule them all. Don't love it as much, but it's not really healthy for Gwent, and it's certainly not healthy for new players. So embrace it. Enjoy it. You know, enjoy your deck when it wins against the matchups it's supposed to win against, and try to play as best you can when not. But let me know what you guys think. If you disagree with that, please let me know. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions as well. If you want to see more of my content, please like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Tomorrow we are off on Sundays, but on Monday we got a really fun Scoia'tael deck. So until then, good luck on the path. Get out there, keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.